Hello everyone, and I welcome all of you to Online Study for You, a complete placement solution. Friends, today we have a special guest with us, and her name is Sindhu. She recently got selected in Accenture, and tomorrow is her joining. So she is the right candidate to tell us like how could you prepare, better in another 5 days or 10 days. So she is here, and we are going to ask her experience, like how did she prepare, how did she get the joining date, and definitely we will wish her all the best for tomorrow's joining. So Sindhu, first of all, I would like to congratulate you for getting selected in Accenture.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Okay, so before we move ahead, can you please introduce yourself?
Sure, sir. Hello, everyone. My name is Sindhu. I'm from Bangalore. I completed my engineering in the Department of Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning from R.N. Shetty Institute of Technology. I'm a 2024 pass out student. So I have recently cracked Accenture. The role is software engineer.
Okay,
So yeah.
great. So you're from Bangalore. I'm also from Bangalore now. Okay, that's great. Okay, so can you please let us know? So before, definitely I ask you like how did you prepare and all these things, and the similar way the student also can prepare so that they can crack Accenture. But what was the timeline of your hiring process? Because many of the students will be like really asking, "Sir, I applied. When they will, send mail for the assessment? After assessment, first round, sir, when they will send for cognitive?" So these kind of questions will be keep coming. So I wanted to hear from you. What was your process, when it started, when it ended, and tomorrow is your joining, so I wanted to know.
Yeah. So the first thing I registered during my last year, that no, this January
Mhm,
2024.
mhm,
February, I got my cognitive details to log in. Then I cleared my cognitive and coding round by February.
mhm,
And then March was my communication round, starting of March.
mhm,
Then I also cleared my communication round, which was not an elimination round, where cognitive and technical was a elimination round, as well as the coding round was elimination.
mhm,
As soon as I was done with the communication round during March, May, I got my results of the interview, which was done in March itself. The interview was in March 7th or something.
mhm,
And then I got my results after 2 months, like March, April, May. May was my, they congratulated me.
mhm,
July 2nd, my background verification was done. And
mhm.
as soon as the background verification was done, I got my offer letter on July 3rd. And they informed me that the joining date is August 14th.
Okay, that's great. So this would have given on August 15th, so you could have celebrated Independence Day. Okay, so that's great. Okay, now the process was quite long. So this was on campus or on off campus? So did you try through your, apply through your on campus or off campus?
Yes, sir, it was on campus.
Okay, and for how many companies you got selected this year? I mean, 2024.
I was selected for Accenture, Capgemini, as well as Cognizant.
Why Accenture? Why did you select
Why
Accenture?
Accenture? Because as compared to other two companies, I preferred Accenture first. My aim was to go to Accenture. So, yeah.
That's what I wanted to know. Why Accenture? See, I know why Accenture, because Accenture is best among these two. I can differentiate. But what did you make it to differentiate? Did you get to know through some of my videos, or somebody told you that okay, Accenture is good and you should go for it?
Somebody just informed me that Accenture is good, and it is one of the top most leading than these
Yes,
two.
yes.
So
So if you
I
compare,
just
Accenture is very good. Even their pay scale, their working culture, Accenture is good. Okay, fine, that's great. Now, see, the student has examination like for 2025 batch. They're going to
yeah.
conduct on campus. So how they should prepare in less time, right? So what first you tell like what was your preparation strategy, how you did, how much time you spent, and how they can achieve that in 5 days of or suppose 10 days of like preparation.
So starting, we have to concentrate on aptitude, basically, the
I mean, you
cognitive
meant
and
to say
verbal.
cognitive and verbal, right? Right. Yeah.
Yes, cognitive and verbal. So if we just provide 1 day for cognitive aptitude reasoning from online study for you, which is providing aptitude, which is really good. Actually, that helped me a lot to pass my cognitive exam as well. So cognitive and verbal, if you keep 2 days for those things,
Mm-hmm.
so we can cover aptitude in 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
And then coding, basically they'll ask basic questions. The first question will be very easy. It will be based on arrays, strings.
Mm-hmm.
And the second question, it depends. It can be easy and it cannot be easy. So for coding round, if we just keep 1.5 day, it'll be enough,
Yeah.
sir.
Provided you should have the basic knowledge of like what is
Basic
arrays.
knowledge.
Yeah. Okay. So here, like aptitude is not there. So see, many people will get confused. So I just wanted to make it clear. So here, cognitive, and they say like aptitude is the first round or cognitive is the first round, but aptitude means like you have arithmetic, right? So that kind of questions are not there. Only reasoning will be there as part of cognitive. Okay. So but how did you do? How did you prepare? So like, what was your strategy? And see, you might have taken more time or something, so I wanted to know your strategy first.
So basically, I just took 2 to 3 days to solve. There were live sessions in YouTube as well. I used to follow all those things, and already the recorded session of the cognitive and verbal were also there. The last year, previous year question paper, mock test of Accenture, I referred all of them,
From
and
where?
from YouTube channel, sir, from Online Study for You channel,
Yes.
sir.
Okay, so fine.
Yeah. So
Okay.
then
And
I used to practice. And you used to give time in middle to practice as well if you just complete, so that made me very helpful.
okay, and how did you cover this technical portion like MS Excel, MS Word, cloud networking, and these things? So that, how did you like, you are already good at it, or how many questions you solved in exam? So that also you tell us.
No, sir, I was not that good at it. I was not having that much knowledge about MS Office, MS Word.
Mhm.
I just looked into the YouTube, everything from Google, YouTube. I surfed everywhere, and then I learned about it, and I was able to do that.
Correct, but that will take time, right? So now if somebody wants to crack in 5 days and 10 days, so now they cannot like Google it, and they can watch 10, 15 YouTube channels and all. So in the short amount of time, where should they stick to?
So it is better to practice as much as possible, looking into Google or YouTube, and live sessions will be going on. And also, the recorded sessions will be much more preferable because you can just set your speed and just go through all the questions, whichever comes.
So ideally,
So that
how much time we get for one question?
one question is just 1 minute or so.
Okay, so
That's all.
definitely speed matters here. So practice is very much required. Yeah. So
Yeah.
solving previous year question, I think will give more confidence. So in the less amount of time,
Yes, sir.
that only can be done. Okay. So can you also please elaborate like how was your communication round, the interview round? So like how it went. Communication round is not an elimination round, but how did you prepare for communication round? Anyway, your communication skill seems good, but again, I wanted an idea about it.
The communication round has had 4 rounds in that. We had to repeat whatever they tell, and we had to complete the sentence. We had to also choose the correct option between it, and we had to tell a story. They'll give a topic, we had to tell about it. So it was a bit difficult to repeat the sentence which they were repeating. As soon as the questions go forward, it used to be very difficult.
Mhm.
Starting, it will be easy, and the 10th question, 15th question, those things will be difficult. So
Okay.
I referred a YouTube channel only for all those things. We have the communication round
True,
as
true.
well.
Okay. And for interview, what you did? Like, what were the question asked, and how did you answer them?
For the interview, it was not easy for me. They took almost like 20 minutes of interview. They told me to introduce myself. They asked about my projects, my final year project. What have you planned and how did you execute it? And they've asked about my internship. They gave a situation in my internship with the data set or something. And also, there were a few HR questions like how would you manage, like how were you reporting your manager in internship? So they asked me such questions.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they also asked me about arrays, strings, differences, list and array difference.
Mhm.
And they also asked me if I know cloud computing, AWS.
More technical questions they asked you. Okay, some straightforward question to you. So out of 90 question in cognitive, like including networking, MS Cloud, and all those things. So how many you solved, like correctly, which you could give us a like estimated number. So out of 90 question, how many you think like you solved it with confidence and it might have been correct?
I almost all solved all of the questions,
No,
90
anyway,
questions.
there is no negative marking, so you might have solved all.
Yeah.
But how many, like, sometimes it comes from our heart that, okay, so this many might have been correct, like 80, 75. So just, trying to collect some data. So based on.
I thought 60 I would have reached because the questions were very easy. The combination was easy there to solve.
So 60 question,
The
you
way,
have done it correctly. And
yes,
30,
3
it was,
plus or 70. Yeah.
okay. And what about coding? So did you solve both the coding questions and what is the language you
Yes,
used?
I used Python for both the
Python.
coding questions.
So was there any like Python version, like Python version was there, or did you face any problem in compilation?
No, sir, there was no problem. There was no issue. I could code both of them. I could just run. Both the test cases were passed.
Okay, great. So all the very best for your joining tomorrow, and I hope like it will be a great journey for you in Accenture. And please keep guiding a student. So if you have anything to tell, any suggestions at the end of this video, you are welcome.
So, as I told, YouTube and Google is two main thing that everyone should focus on. So if you guys keep 1 day for cognitive, 1 day for verbal, and 2 days for coding, then it will be easy to crack the first round. So yeah, all the best for everyone. Thank you for the opportunity, sir.
Thank you.